Hello. Right, this is the Big Robbie Williams podcast with me, your host. I shall remain nameless for tax reasons. But yeah, this is going to be a podcast about all things Robbie Williams related, such as the lyrics of Robbie Williams songs, and that's it, nothing else. I'm going to go through every single song Robbie Williams has ever released. This might take me forever, just so you know, but I just thought I'm gonna start this today. I just finished work about an hour and 29 minutes ago, to be exact, and I'm knackered. But I'm gonna do this for you, lovely lot, all the fans out there. Right. So, just a little bit of information about the first ever Robbie Williams song. Technically, if you want to get technical, right, it's Freedom. But I don't know if you know, right, that's actually a George Michael song. And, you know, we have no room in this house for covers because, you know, as much as I'm sure Robbie Williams, you know, he considers it his own song, and so do I, because, you know, every song that Robbie Williams has covered is then a Robbie Williams song. I don't want to. It'd get too clogged up, and I wouldn't be able to finish this podcast. So, right. Episode 1, first song, is Old Before I Die. Now, Old Before I Die is a song by Robbie Williams, which was released as the first single of his debut album. What was his debut album called? Well, of course, it's Life Through a Lens, 1997's best album. It's an Oasis-influenced song, which is very interesting when you consider that Robbie and Liam are not exactly friends, you know. It became a number 2 hit, which, you know, it's not right that it was number 2 in the UK because it should have been number 1. And I think everyone knows that. And it was a number 1 hit in Spain, so obviously they've got their heads screwed on. They had them screwed on right at the beginning. It was released on the 14th of April, 1997. That was the birth of Robbie Williams. He was born on that day. I know he was in Take That. Shut up. We know that. That's nothing to do with what we're talking about today. We're talking about Robbie Williams on his own. He was one of 5, but he went his own way on the 14th of April, 1997. Right, okay. Good. Right, so. Alright. So, let's talk about the lyrics then, shall we? Okay. Right. Verse 1. She's taking me places I should never have been. She's showing me faces I should never have seen. Well, these are strange days we're living in today. C'est la vie, I say. Now, this bit's interesting because it shows that Robbie is fluent in French. I knew he could speak multiple languages, but I didn't know which one. So now I know that he's fluent in French. Now, it's interesting that he says they're strange days that he's living in then, because obviously they were, because this is the post-Take That days and the pre-Robbie Williams days, which, you know, if any of you were alive then, I wasn't actually born then. I was born about 2 years after this song was released. I know you can't believe that, but it's true. If you were alive then, I'm sure you knew they were strange days. You were just waiting for the day that Robbie Williams released a song. Okay, here we go. So she was showing him faces and places that he shouldn't have been or seen to. Now, I don't know what he's exactly referring to there, but I'm guessing he was in some dark places, and he saw some, I don't know, faces of people he didn't like, I suppose. His former manager, I know they didn't get on. And like I said, Liam Gallagher, maybe. Alright, we're on to the chorus now. I hope I'm old before I die. I hope I live I hope I live to relive the days gone by. I hope I'm old before I die. But tonight, I'm going to live for today. So come along for the ride. I hope I'm old before I die. Right. So I'm guessing he's pretty much saying he wants to be an old man. You don't want to go out like all the other, rock stars. You don't want to be an Ian Curtis. You don't want to be a Kurt Cobain. You don't want to be a Pete Ham. You don't want to be an Amy Winehouse. You don't want to be a Janis Joplin. You don't want to be a Jim Morrison. You don't want to be a Jimi Hendrix. He doesn't want to be a Steve Marriott. You don't want to be a Michael Jackson. Right. Okay. You don't want to be an Elvis either. Right. She's not feeling stable. She's unable to breathe. Her heart's beating faster. So I'll ask her to leave. These are strange days we're living in today. Am I straight or gay? Right, so there's obviously a girl having some sort of panic attack because she's with Robbie Williams. And he's asking her to leave because he's feeling a bit uncomfortable about this. And then he realised, right, he's feeling uncomfortable about this. He's thinking, if this was a guy, would I have this same reaction? So if I would have the same reaction, does that make me maybe gay? I don't know. Right. So now we've got a chorus, a slightly different chorus this time. Right. I hope I'm old before I die. I hope I live to see the day the Pope gets high. I hope I'm old before I die. Well, tonight, I'm going to live for today. So come along for the ride. I hope I'm old before I die. Now, I'm going to point out the only difference about this chorus, which is the line, I hope I live to see the day the Pope gets high. Right, so this line here, I'm afraid, Robbie, we have never seen so far the day the Pope has got high. It might happen in the future, it probably will. But what he has seen is the day the Pope accidentally like an Instagram model's bum, let's say, on Instagram, which was a very funny day. Right, now it's time for the bridge. These are strange days we're living in today. C'est la vie, I say, I say, I say. Now, he says I say 3 times, even though he's only said c'est la vie twice at this point. So maybe he's saying he's going to say it again, or maybe it's just a reference to the Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson song, Say, Say, Say. It gives you something to think about there, doesn't it? Right, now it's time for the chorus again. And I'm afraid all these lyrics are sort of retellings of the rest of the song. There's nothing new here. I hope I'm old before I die. I hope I live to relive the days gone by. I hope I'm old before I die. But tonight, I'm going to live for today. So come along for the ride. I hope I'm old before I die. I hope I'm old before I die. Old before I die. Old before I die. Old before I die. Die, 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 die. Old before I die. Old before I die. Right. That's the end of the song. An interesting line that I haven't picked up is, tonight I'm going to live for today. So that's interesting. Usually at night, people get tired and go to bed. He's saying, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to live like today, where I'm awake. So he's pretty much telling us that he's got some sort of insomnia, and we need to help him. Now, I might be a bit late to find this out about him, because it's been 26 years, almost 26 years since this song was released. And, I'm sure he's slept. I'm sure he's got it sorted out since then. Who knows? Okay. Right, we're going to do, at the end of the episode, a ranking of the lyrics. Not the song itself. As much as I'm a big Robbie Williams fan, never heard this song, and probably never going to be honest. But I'm going to rank the lyrics of the song. So this one is at number 1 on the list so far. It's number 1. It's the first song, So, I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I'll try and keep this as regular as possible, but, I'll try and make it a weekly thing or something like that. But, I can't promise anything. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Oh, I need a catchphrase for the end of the episode. Alright then. Back to basics.